Kansas State with the ball on the opening possession. And they lob it right into Lee for the bucket.
It's going to be interesting, and it's something that we heard Coach talk about. You look at Yoka Lee down low, there is nobody that can go up against her from a height standpoint. It's the second piece of that 1-2 combo. 3 for 3 right now, 6 points, 5 assists. We had to figure out a way to play, not relying on her being out there. So having a lot of different lineups.
That is going to be tough to stop for Fairfield, Tamika. Twice they have gone into Lee at will. Magruder, shot clock again under 10. Anderson will shoot the 3. That's short, rebounded and stuck back in by Selimovic.
Just a great heads-up play, going in for the rebound. And look at Yoka Lee going to work down low. 2 players at all time have to be on her.
Sundell with a nice take. Fairfield looking for an easy bucket. Selimovic, hand in her face. That's short. It was partially blocked by Poindexter.
I think it's going to be really important for Fairfield to try to figure out a way. They are going to have to attack the basket to get them better lit.
And Glenn knocks down the 3.
Huge shout out, just saying how proud he was. It was a group of them that he was really proud of. And nice play out of bounds. Jalen Glenn now 5 points.
Sundell, 6'2" point guard, rare commodity. Sides, open to the basket, banks it in. 3. This is a different type of opponent for Kansas State. Jeff Minnie saying that they have not faced anyone that plays the style Fairfield plays this year. Sundell, another baseline jumper, and Kansas State has the ball to begin the third quarter.
Trying to make sure that up-tempo game, so even pace of the game on the offensive, on their offensive end, but they're gonna have to do a better job defensively.
Scott, who made 6 of 6 behind the 3-point line, throws it inside, swatted away.
I think this would be a good pace for Fairfield, trying to get up and down and try to control the pace.
Got to make some shots though. Magruder does. And her vertical's gone up 4 inches. Herder trying to get loose. Sundell's defending her. Nice move by Herder. Lob down low to Lee. That has been unstoppable. So Tamika, you have a theory on how you sort of deal with Lee. What would it be?
You know she is never going to give up, but she's not going to let this team either.
Lee doing work inside. And Lee now 4 of 4 when she touches the ball in the post. Cross-court pass wide open was Sanchez. Got her miss and then blocked from behind by Coe. Nice block.
And at the age of 14, she was the lead ball. She was in charge of all of the ball girls and boys that would be a part of it. And so I always knew when I went to the Connecticut Sun that I was going to have somebody. They might give it to her, you never know. But yeah,
she may be a player coach.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, she has a passion about her and a joy for the game.
Good move inside by Ray Brown. But Lee has 8 of those points. Lee on the bench right now. Anderson gets underneath the D.
Now you see that screen by Lamro and a good way to come off the screen. And I think Fairfield had a little bit of a run and got comfortable.
Lamoureux, good! And Lamoureux. Kansas State does such a good job moving that ball. And Lee under the bucket, doesn't get it to go down, but then doesn't even have to jump for the rebound, and 1.
Well, the great thing is she's always going to have her hands up around the basket, but take another look at this throw.
Fairfield with a little momentum right now. Lamoureux, what a take, and 1.
Ooh, I like that right there. Lamro, great job of getting to the basket. He just creates her own.
Right now it's Coe defending Lee in the paint. This is Walker, free throw line jumper, good. Talking to Mike Tebow, Carly Tebow, Dodonis' dad, about Sundell yesterday, and feels like she can fill a lot of roles in the W. Nice bank. Lamoureux again. This time lost it on the way up, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Fairfield.
In your career, you want to be able to not even go out. Like you want to go out on your terms. If this is your last opportunity to play in college.
Herter left open. 3 on the way, and that is good. Kansas State uses its bench a lot. Poindexter picks off that deflection. Poindexter open for 3. Good! Nothing but net as Poindexter makes her first 3 of the game. 15-point lead for Kansas State approaching the final minute of the half. And a steal taken by Sides to Walker. Good D by the Stags. 3-on-2, Lamoureux to Selimovic. She'll launch the 3. Good! They were starting to get a little momentum there at the end of the half. Sundell, though, goes right to work with the easy bucket on the first possession. Fairfield moving the ball a little bit better on this opening possession, a lot quicker. Anderson, goes to work. Yes, Anderson. Nope. Kansas State has not trailed in this game. Glenn dumps it into Lee. Easy finish. In fact, that just looks too easy.
Lee right here, just taking up space, gets the ball. She has a huge height advantage.
Coe spins away, goes under Lee and draws the foul.
Lee right here, just taking up space, gets the ball, doesn't.
Kansas State staying out in front. The lead is 14 right now. Taylor in the post. Lee is out of the game. Sundell for 3. Good. Sides to Selimovic. Nice look down low to Taylor. Taylor muscles it up and in. And going down at mid-court was Taryn Sides. Poindexter picks it up, goes in for the layup and 1. Sides got back up. So here's the steal. Poindexter gets the steal. You saw Sides had gone down. And then Lamoureux got her on the head.
Every single turnover, especially in that sense.
Selimovic stuck. Nice pass to Ray Brown.
A lot of fun games, and to think that that's only one arm of the bracket. And there's plenty more games and plenty more players that we have in the women's game. Ayoka Lee.
Fairfield 0 for their last 4.
Look at Lambo down low.
Sides for 3. Good! Sides, a 45% three-point shooter. She's the only player in the nation that's made 80 or more threes without a start this year. She comes off the bench.
I think Sides does exactly what she needs to do. Extra rotation, you see the ball move, it gives you the open shots. Sides, that first one, a nice little.
They have not trailed in this game. It's the return of Yoki Lee, the All-American, number 50 in white. Sides open for another 3. Same result. Sundell. Glenn. Good. Batted around, taken by the Wildcats. Walker. Looks inside, Sundell with a finish.
Serena Sundell, Kansas State, nice little layup.
Kansas State has scored the last 14 points in this game. Walker with a take.
That was nice.
Magruder blocked. So a 29-6 third quarter puts Kansas State.
Coach had a lot of really good things to say about her too, and just her development. The year had gone, a nice backdoor cut.
Walker, one of the starters, and there's the other one in the game right now, Glenn. Sides is going to check back in on the next dead ball. Nice alley-oop to Maupin.
Yes. Sanchez put the ball up there. You just saw, looking at Lambo. Lambo is just playing as hard as she possibly can, trying to figure out a way to help her team get back in this game. Sides.
Fairfield has not won a quarter yet. They haven't led. Here's Lamoureux going down against Walker. No contact. Smart by Walker to give Lamoureux the bucket, and Lamoureux now with 10 points. Sundell looking for the screen, decides not to use it and drives. And Sundell, yes! Another creative shot by Sundell. This is a team that has been so fun to watch for 2 seasons. Glenn with the runner.
Yeah, they made it really hard for Fairfield to get into a rhythm. And meanwhile, on the offensive end, they had been doing a great job.
Selimovic buries the three-pointer. There's just not a lot of mistakes for Kansas State today.
And you have to be consistent with that. Taylor gets a nice look at the basket. Of course, Sundell with the assist.
This year had a 19-game win streak, stopped the week before the tournament by Quinnipiac. And they are definitely one of the best mid-majors you will find in the country. Sundell with a nice move. Kentucky versus Kansas State. How do you think that's going to look as Sides puts in another 3?
Sides has been lights out from the three-point line.
And the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship and Fairfield's incredible season will come to an end. The Stags finish their season 28-4, and Kansas State wins its 27th game